presence and greatness in our reality again, like they had in the first temple times. I want that. I want world peace. I want that. But world peace isn't going to come because we're demonstrating against people who want to annihilate us, people who think that October 7th was great and that there should be more October 7th. And you're going to like boycott this and go out there and with your signs and all that stuff. That's not doing very much of anything. Have you changed anybody's minds? No. Why don't you change your mind? And in fact, now I'll read a little bit just quickly from Rav Avigdor Miller. Okay. This was from the Parashah, and he says, acquiring a new mind. He says, accepting the Torah doesn't mean merely signing on to keep the laws of the Torah, signing on to be a doer. It means accepting a new way of thinking, acquiring a new mind. At Har Sinai, the Bnei Israel accepted that they will stop using their minds and only think about what Hashem wants us to think about. Torah means giving away your mind and substituting it for the mind of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, God. Of course, the intelligentsia will come out with the protest, and that's what's he saying? Why we should stop using our minds? Absolutely not. We want you to use your mind, but only to think true thoughts. Because let's say you want to be open-minded, so whatever you hear comes into your mind. And what's the result? All kinds of sewage collect in your mind. All kinds of garbage are now filling up your mind. It's a garbage disposal. That's all. But if your mind is closed and it's open only to the subject of Hashem's thoughts, that's the most open mind you could have. It's like a bank. You have the bank vault, the safe. It's a closed place. There's nothing in there except for gold and silver and stacks of greenbacks. That's all you'll find in there. And therefore, it's the most valuable place. You want an open place? Walk out of the bank, stop at the curb, and look down into the sewer. That's an open place. Everything runs into the sewer. Which is more important? Which is more valuable? You think that you have an open mind? You think that you're using your mind to discern what is true and what is not true? Understand that in our reality, like I said, people are working on your mind all of the time. All of the time, this way or that way. If you're the media, the programming, the school education system, everything is a brainwash. Everything is brainwash. And a while ago, I did a class called Mental Slavery. Only Judaism is mental freedom, or something like that. And then people were like, oh yeah, only you're not brainwashed. Everyone's brainwashed, but you're not No, I was brainwashed. 100%, but I knew I was being brainwashed. I for a long time I was like, well, this doesn't really mean, and you see, as things change over time and with society and with culture and whatever, you see that now what was true 10 years ago is no longer true. No longer true. I mean, there is a directed mind melt, mind wash, brainwash on you. And if you're not careful, you will be brainwashed. Okay, and when I started learning Torah, I asked somebody that I trusted, who I saw. I reached out to him and I said, look, I feel like you're trustworthy. I didn't have that much in common with rabbis, so I didn't go ask a rabbi. I asked this person. I saw him on the internet and saw he wore a black kippah, and I said, but isn't Judaism, I don't want to be brainwashed. And you know what he said? He said, everything is a brainwash. The only thing that you can choose is who's brainwashing you. Is it God with God's wisdom? Holy wisdom with an unbroken chain throughout history of your ancestors, your grandparents, their grandparents, their grandparents, their grandparents, their grandparents, all the way back to Har Sinai? Or is it some other force in the world that they're directing reality to? Let's go over here to chaos. Okay, happened before in the flood. And God destroy the world there. Okay, and he waited for Avraham Avinu. He waited generations for Avraham Avinu to come onto the scene because he's looking for a group of people to be called Israel, and that's your birthright. If you're born a Jew,